Neil, well done. I promised I wouldn't say game of two halves, but I can't think of another way of describing what we've just seen.
No, I don't think you can, Chris. And we're scratching our heads. We really were in that first half. Nowhere near good enough. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that, and the players didn't. Although we had to tell them obviously at half time in no uncertain terms, but we just were nowhere near Cardiff, and they were deservedly 2-0 up. And one of those you just can't wait then for half time. And full credit to the players, because they sort of put themselves into the mess they did, and they emphatically dug themselves out of it and went on. And ironically, we deserved to win the game. Had you said that at half time, there'd have been a few people thought you were crazy, but that's what we're capable of. We know we can do. The tempo wasn't there in that first half, and that was the key for me, because the quality follows the tempo. And once you could see at half time they came out, keen to prove a point, and did it emphatically.
Were you calm and collected at half time, or was it time for a bit of a rant?
No, I was anything but calm and collected, as you can probably imagine. And again, sometimes you got to do that. They've been brilliant. The players have been absolutely brilliant for me, and I think Liverpool game at half time aside, and today, it's been quite easy at times to just sort of tinker with one or two things, make a few tactical changes. But today, obviously, they needed a little bit of a rocket, and like I say, good players respond to that. Some will sulk, some will go into the shells and come out, and you get beat 3-4, 5-0 here. Others, the players that we had today, went out and said, OK, this is what we're about.
There are a couple of moments we could pick from the game, and one that may get lost. 2-0 early in the second half. Makeda's shot, and John Ruddy makes a spectacular save. Otherwise, you're 3-0 down.
Yeah, and game done and dusted at that time, because then obviously it affects the dynamic of the game, and that's what he's capable of doing, John. I mean, he's been excellent for us. He'll be probably more disappointed than anyone today, because he's conceded 2 goals, he's not let them in, and he prides himself on clean sheets, and so do we. We conceded 3 goals in 5 games before today. So yeah, we want to be greedy, we want to be demanding, and we want to score plenty of goals, but we don't want to concede goals. And I've got to say as well, the supporters today, I think there was nearly 1,000 of them there. I think they started the journey about 7 o'clock this morning, and we needed them. And I tell you what, there's only 1,000 here, but they did their bit as well. So for every single one of them that was here, massive thank you to them all.
And during the transfer window, you signed a lot of players. You've given yourself plenty of options to change things, and Cameron Jerome made a huge difference today, didn't he?
I thought it was excellent, outstanding. Kyle Lafferty's a little bit unfortunate. We took him off because he was on a yellow card, and he'd had 2 or 3 warnings from the referee. And then, of course, if we go down to 10 men, that's game done and dusted. We're not going to come back from 2-0 down with 10 men. So we had to take him off. So it's part tactical, but part just managing the game and making sure that we keep 11 men on the pitch. But as you say, Cameron Jerome came on. He was a constant threat to Cardiff. His power, his pace. He was a real handful. You could see he had the defenders worried, and I think the goal he scored at the end, fully deserving of the performance he put in.
It feels like another landmark win, doesn't it? To come from 2-0 down and to actually walk away with 3 points.
In a perverse kind of way, it's almost, now we've won the game, I'm quite pleased in a way, because you never want to be 2-0 down to go on, but we can use this now. We can use this, God forbid, if it happens again, or we're not at it, because we've shown at a ground today and against a team that's probably going to be competing for promotion. Well, if you can come back from 2-0 down and win, not just win the game, but win it so comfortably in the second half, well, we can do that against anybody. So I suppose you take a positive from that first half, the fact that it's given us a rude wake-up call, if you like, because we can't just take things for granted, but it doesn't half show what we can do as well. If we're in the hole, we've showed today we can dig ourselves out of it.
I know it doesn't necessarily matter who scores the goals, but actually to share them around a bit today, players who haven't been on the score sheet for a while doing it today, that is what you needed. Yeah,
Lewis didn't score today, and again, sometimes you think, well, good, he's scored 5 already, and he'll score many more. But if Lewis doesn't score, of course, you do need him sharing around, and we had 4 different scorers today, which was great. The midfielders have chipped in prior to today, so yeah, it's a really nice sort of feeling now at the minute to be going back from this ground with 3 points in the bank. I think we're joint top, someone's just told me now. But at half time, you think, well, we take anything, but full credit to the players, they had to do it.
Well done, Neil. Thank you.
Thank you.